19.2, but more importantly, a magnificent effort after a broken collarbone.
Unbelievable result. You have to feel sorry for Rob Hales. He gets the 4th place. Nobody wants that. But Brad McGee, well, he deserves everything he gets in this velodrome. And remember, this is his home velodrome. Charlie Walsh must feel proud.
Yeah, it was a terrific performance by both coach and rider. You could see by the virtue of the splits in the middle stage of that race, both coaches were riding off each other's rider, and they were 0.2 of a second for about 6 laps. And McGee just found something special in that last 2 laps.
Well, his team kept faith in him despite his broken collarbone. They knew his form was great. I must say there was a moment in that heat when it looked as though it was going away from him, but the crowd in this stadium dug him out of the hole and he sprinted past Rob Hales.
Oh, he's pretty happy too. He'll be pumped for the Teams Pursuit coming up in the next couple of days. Very important key to the Teams Pursuit, Bradley McGee, and there are the times. There are the times.
So there it is, the bronze medal to Brad McGee, 4:19.25 his time. Rob Hales goes 35.567. She's got to go better than that now, and she is fired up. She's looking for a first lap of around 19.5 seconds. The crowd are roaring her on as she leaves well.
Yeah, terrific start. Now Michelle has to get that gear up and going as hard and as fast as she can. Down the back straight, you can hear the crowd really getting into this race. And we're going to wait now for the first lap split. Mind you, we're looking for 19.57.
As we come up now, 19.6, just a 10th of a second outside the best time of Yan Wang, and that's on the start. Michelle Ferris surely is going to wind it up even quicker now. She's aiming at an Olympic record to take the lead, remember. 35.013 is the best time so far. 34.696. That is the 3rd Olympic record in the stadium tonight, and this time it's gone to Australian Michelle Ferris, Mike.
What a terrific ride. The crowd's gone absolutely ballistic. A new Olympic record. And she's ridden 34.696. That's going to be awfully hard to beat. She's absolutely delighted. Gary West, the coach there, surely done a terrific job with her final preparation, and that's a terrific ride by Michelle Ferris.
Michelle Ferris on top of the leaderboard with 34.696, an Olympic record. She's ahead of the previous Olympic record holder, Yan Wang, who did 35.013. And in 3rd place at the moment is Chris Whitty of the USA, the speed skater who's trying to become the first American to win medals in both summer and winter games. Femini, the former, well, last year's under-23 world champion at the 500-meter discipline, and 3rd in the elite world championship as well. So she is a real talent, Mike.
Yeah. Maybe a year or two early for her at this stage. I'm hoping anyway, for Michelle Ferris's sake.
Well, we're going to know in about 27 seconds what her start is like at least. But Weichelt, if she falls outside of the time of Ferris, then Ferris begins the climb up the medal table, because she'll be in the bronze position, certainly with 2 riders to go. A few deep breaths. A little bit of concentration. Grip on the saddle stem will release. And then comes the effort.
Yeah, good start again, waiting for that gun, so the gate releases on the gun, and she got away very well. Now, important to really get that gear wound up, down the back straight, using all of your strength, bearing in mind only 500 metres, 2 laps of the Duck Grey Velodrome here in Sydney. Coming around now, we're looking for a 19.6, which is, yes, she's outside of Ferris by 0.263.
But it's close, because remember that Ferris was also outside Yan Wang by a 10th of a second before she went better. So bronze medal, can we now make it a silver?
Well, guaranteed a bronze medal at this stage with 2 riders to go. This is where the nails really take a work over. And I'm sure Michelle Ferris will be sitting in the centre of the arena, just waiting patiently for these last 2.
Well, there's the start, and it was a very good effort indeed by Ulrich Weichelt. She had a good first lap, and it looked as though she was going places, but she couldn't hold the pace over that crucial second lap of the 250-metre boards here in the Dunk Grey Stadium.
The next rider in the women's 500-meter time trial is People's Republic of China.
Preparations for these Olympics.
She's had a terrific lead-up preparation. No injuries, and coming to Sydney with terrific form from Adelaide, and then the training camp up in Queensland, and now we see the Chinese rider.
Oh, and a big effort there. It was a bit of a shaky pull out of the gate, but now she's getting into a rhythm. 4.768, and that last lap of Michelle Ferris is standing up the passage of time.
Well, it looked as if down the back straight with 500 metres to go that the Chinese rider on screen was going to claim that position. And thankfully, from Australia's point of view, Michelle Ferris now moves to the silver medal position with one rider to go.
But what a rider, Mike. Felicia Ballanger. And there is the smiling Michelle Ferris. She's gone from bronze to silver in the last 34.768 seconds. And now she knows that her old favourite adversary, Felicia Ballanger, is the last woman to ride tonight. And she is the very, very best. But is she tonight?
Well, there's been some sort of reports around the traps that she's not been in the best of form, but how much of that can we understand or even believe? She's a class performer. There is talk that this is her last World Championship. So Zhang from China, bronze medal. Michelle Ferris looking at a silver medal at the moment, eyes closed and just hoping.
The ball rolling for Australia. Nobody is being fooled by this situation. This woman can do it if she can get it out on the day. And the queen of racing on the track from France is the Olympic champion. Felicia Ballanger, leading all of the way, is the champion again, and this time for the first time at the distance over 500 meters. Michelle Ferris claims the silver medal, and Yang of China gets the bronze medal.
And that's been there for 5 years, and 35.6 now. It's just fantastic. The work I've done all year, it's just paid off.
You're in the middle of the pack too, and it's a bit of a wait after your race to see all the girls at the end and see how they do, and you blew a lot of them off. But the French girl's just a superstar, but we're all very happy for you.
Yeah, I mean, she's been at the top for 5 years now, and it's always been me and her. I didn't have a very good 500 at the World Championships last year, and like I said, I've worked really hard to get my condition right, and to do that time tonight was just fantastic. The crowd just pushed me all the way to the end, and I was really pumped and really psyched, and I just nailed the start.
Well, a silver here in Sydney. To add to your silver in Atlanta, you must be feeling very proud.
Like I said, it's just a fantastic feeling. And my whole family here, all my support crew, it's just, they're putting just as much work as I have. And, we've got one more event to go starting Monday, and, hopefully we can pull it off.
And a tormented soul. 1,000-metre time trial.
Bulking at the start, so it'll cost him a little bit, but again, down the back straight, the important aspect here is to get it up and going. High on the track there, maybe a bit too high, losing a little distance, and it'll cost him also. So coming round for the first lap split at 250 metres. Yes, just slightly outside, 0.6 of a second at this stage.
Well, he's the best at that distance since Gallis went through from Greece at 19.103, so he could be best of the rest at the moment if he can keep this up. As he comes up 32.6, and he's just nearly second outside now at 33 plus.
And this is where they're in Sydney, so we'll have to wait and see. Good start.
Nice start.
Yeah. Use the body weight to project everything forward. And down the back straight, the big South African now winding into his first lap, looking for 250 metres. Time to beat on the left, through at 250. Slightly, again, similar time, so he may be, again, Phil, we're looking at a 105.
Well, it could be Mike, but he might be just a little bit better because he's one of the quickest at the 105s at the moment. He's rivaling the time of Julio Herrera, who's got the best of the 105s. As he continues on, 33.335, but he's begun to slow a little bit.
Yeah, 0.6 outside the fastest time to date. So, this time, 750 metres, and we'll get the bell for the last lap.
Let's see what he does here. 48 at 338. He's come back a little bit. But as you say, they're erratic tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, all over the place. And I don't know why that is somehow. I just can't work it out. But down the back straight, he may well get into that 1-4 range.
He's riding a bit high up to that red line there. He wants to keep as low as he can. It's going to be a nice ride. Yes, it is. 1:4.478. So he had a good last two laps there. The Garen Block of South Africa. and he's in the second position. He'll be very, very pleased with that. Well, if he isn't, he should be.
Yes, good, yes, out clean. So he's away to a good start. Now it's important to get that gear up and going to post a very fast first lap. And it really is critical in the kilometre. You have to have a reasonably fast first lap to have any chance of riding a good time.
How about a guess and say 18.7 as he comes off this first lap, because he looks as though he's had a good start. Oh, well, I'm wrong. 19.16.
Yeah.
Again, Mike, not great.
No, 0.6 outside, but we'll have to see how he works into his job down the back straight. Coming up now, 500 metre split. Time on the left is the fastest to date. It looked like being a little bit over. Yes, 0.593. So he's come back slightly. He found another tenth in that 250 metre split. So it's 750 metres, and at the bell for the next time, we'll have to see if he's improved even more.
Well, there's the bell, and 48.127. He's still behind the Greek leader, and I must say that Borjalis must be really pretty pleased with himself now, because this isn't going to take his time off. There's the time he's done at 64.01 Greek last year in the World Championships, but it was still a good ride at 1.3, because there was a lot in the same gap there.
Yeah.
Could have gone any way.
Good start.
Yeah.
As I said, a very big man, so critical to get that gear up and going. And when he's rolling, Phil, he really is hard to stop. He can really punch out this race.
Look at the size of his legs as he starts to get this. I think we'll see not the fastest at the first lap end here, but he might build on that. It's going to be a good one, though, at 19.114.
Well, he's 0.5 of a second outside the fastest to date, so he's within range of increasing and getting closer to that towards the end of this race.
But if anybody knows how to ride the kilometre, this man does, Søren Lausberg. Now, what's he going to do? 32.954.
Yeah, well, he's picked up
closer.
3 tenths. So 3 tenths improvement that time. And we would expect at 750 metres he'll again improve on the Greek rider who's currently leading. His time on the left.
He's on 47. Yes, he's inside now. We're looking at a new best time here if he can hang on. At 47.3 went through.
Yeah, the big German Lausberg down the back straight now. Has to really finish off this race. The time to beat on the left-hand side, 104.
Yeah, it could be a 1.3 on the card. Whoa, my goodness me, 1.2.937. He is almost on the Olympic record. He's just...
But right there, the timing was out, so he's moving forward, but the bike's locked away. So that's going to cost him dearly in this race.
Well, let's see if he can just get himself settled in. He's riding a bit high on the track here, but now he's got into his sprinting position as he comes round that red line. He wants to get a bit lower down. He's looking at the time on the left. Oh, look at that, Mike, 18.617.
Even with a bad start, he's still well under the fastest time, so he's on the good one.
Well, they've twigged onto that, quicking up the crowd, and they're starting to cheer on this man. This has been a wonderful crowd in the stadium tonight. They're not just cheering Australians. 32.409, and that's brought them to their feet.
Yeah, half a second, riding a little bit high on the bank there. He wants to keep down on that red line. On the black line, the fastest way home. 750 metres split now.
Well, he's doing 1,000 metres plus one, I think, the way he's wandering around, but he's still holding the best time.
Yeah, he's costing himself a lot of distance there, riding up high. The time to beat, 1.2.937. He's going to be under that, Phil. I feel sure of that.
Let's find out as he comes up to the line. His best time, an Olympic record as well for Jason Queally. 1.1609, absolutely magnificent. That has now set the tone of the night, because the next three, in theory, should beat him.
A bronze medal.
Absolutely.
At best, at worst.
Yes.
Not a bad start, a little bit hesitant there. Now, let's see how he can get that gear. He looks like riding a little bit bigger gear than Queally. Down the back, and really starting to work into it. Getting the gear up and going, riding lower on the track, up a bit high there. That's going to cost time.
Yes, he's wandered. 18.617 we're looking at. He's going to be very close, just outside, and that is because of the bad start. 18.785.
Yes, they have to ride down on that black line, because that is a 250-metre line on this track. So the big German coming into the 500-metre. The left-hand time is the fastest to date. Oh, 32. Just outside.
It's coming faster, though, at 32. It looks as though he might be getting onto his stream here.
Yeah, well, Queally had that bad start, so that may cost him. And as we come up now for the 750-metre split, you would imagine that the German may be in front. No, he's just outside.
It's going to be desperate this last lap. Is how well he survives now at 46.884. He is just about on the Olympic record here. But he looks to me, Mike, as though he might be slowing down as he comes round this banking here. 101.609, it's gone.
Yes.
102.487 for Nimka. Now we know the quality now of Jason Queally's ride.
The time trial is Shane Kelly, Australia.
Well, there are the flags waving now for Australia. 4 years ago, Shane Kelly went precisely 12 inches, and that was the end of his competition. The whole world felt sorry for the man. He handled it so well. Now they've bolted him literally to his bike, and they've wheeled him to the start. And Kelly now has to get an Olympic record to claim the leaderboard with one rider to go. He has to beat 1:1:6:09. Mike, he is capable. He's done a minute, but that was at altitude.
Yes. This is it, Shane Kelly. This is it. 4 years of training. He's had an uninterrupted preparation for these games. No injury, no back problems. He's in great form. By all reports during the week, he's trained beautifully.
He's 26 years old. He comes from Ararat. The whole of Australia is rooting for him. He's had 2 Commonwealth Games gold medals. He's had 2 World Championships. He's had the silver at the Olympics in 1992. We don't talk about 1996.
The start is also critical. Absolutely critical that you get out clean. Wait for the gun. Don't go before the gun. The machine will not release the bike until the gun is fired.
Well, he's strapped in, screwed in. He's probably got no circulation in his feet right now because he won't be making the mistake he made 4 years ago. He's about to wipe that away. You could hear a pin drop in here. Everybody has gone dead silent. I can't believe that. The stadium has completely stopped operating. They are just looking down at the track centre.
32 seconds to go now. We'll see the countdown on the right-hand side of screen.
Well, in 26 seconds, Mike, we're going to see the roof of the Dunk Grey Velodrome lift off, I think.
Come on, Shane Kelly. This is it.
61 seconds, .609. He's got to beat to get a shot at a gold before the last rider starts. Wait for the sound. Good start. There he goes.
Good start. He got away clean out of the blocks, and it's absolutely critical in this race. Clean away, build speed now, and really get into your work.
Oh, he stays out of the saddle right down to the far turn. Now we're looking for 18.617 here. And look at this ride, 18.575.
That's absolutely brilliant start for Shane Kelly, because we know he finishes very, very strong.
4 years of thinking of what happened in Atlanta. Here we go, 32.409, 32.367. Listen to the crowd.
Shane Kelly will finish off strong because he's a good endurance rider. We know that. 750-metre split now coming up. Those disc wheels are filling full of concrete right now.
Look how he rides the track. He's still up there. He's gone behind. 46.930. He's gone behind.
He's going to have to dig really deep now to overtake Queally, the Englishman. Down the back straight, he has to dig everything now.
Well, it's all or nothing here. Kelly is holding it low in the banking, but it's gone. It's gone to third place, 1:2.817. Oh, dear me, Shane Kelly will not be happy with that. He gave it his best shot on the 500 metres he had. There's the face of Charlie Walsh. He looks at the clock. It was only a glance he knew. 1:2.818, Mike. Shane didn't do it. Well, he holds it now at 1 minute, .148 seconds. Done in Mexico in June this year. Now, can he do something very, very special here and get France a second gold medal tonight? He'll be a little bit stunned, I think, by the ride he's just seen from Shane Kelly. He'll be even more stunned by the ride that's been done by Jason Queally.
Good start, clean out the way. So now we know also well Torno is absolutely blistering with speed and strength. He'll start the first lap, but normally he does get quicker as the race goes on.
Well, let's see what he comes round. Queally went through an 18.617. Kelly and Mike.
Well, it depends on just how he finishes off. We saw Kelly's fastest at 500 metres, but didn't finish the race off. So coming up now, yes, he's just still 1/10 of a second outside or inside the Englishman.
He's just inside now. He's started to roll now, I think. Arno Torno, the double world champion, is looking as though he's firing on all guns here as he comes up towards the bell. But he's gone outside again. 46.694. He is now in Kelly's position.
I think Quilly's got this, Phil. I just feel that this Frenchman is slowing down. He just ain't going to get there.
Well, I can tell you what, this will be the biggest surprise of the games if Queally gets the goal. He's got it. Well, the only fifth place. What has happened? 1:3:023. I don't believe that time, because Arno Torno is out of the medals and Shane Kelly gets bronze.
Unbelievable. Who would have thought that would have happened?
Well, look at her face here at Tonta. Surely they've just locked up with nerves. And Jason Queally is the Olympic champion. And, well, he's just laughing there. And all of his coaches, we've never had an Olympic gold medalist in the kilometre. We've got one now in Great Britain. But I have to say that this man has disappointed tremendously. He must be destroyed inside.
Well, he didn't look comfortable after 500 metres. That's a part of the race where he does really bring it home. And normally you would think that he'd punch it right out and ride exceptionally over that final period. But here, good start, but really didn't finish the race off. And Queally from Great Britain has won the gold.